Hey everyone, SweetJohnnyCage here, back with another guide for Elden Ring. This time I'm going to show you how to take down the Putrid Crystalian trio in Sellia Hideaway. First I'll show you where this place is because it's very hidden. Once you get access to the Sellia backstreets, you want to go to this location, and again this is in Caelid. You'll see this very peculiar looking gravestone that's guarded by a very strong battle mage, but just behind the gravestone will be a cliff face. The wall is illusory. You want to hit it to reveal the cave. And at the end are the bosses. I'm going to be very honest with you. I don't enjoy this boss encounter. I find these bosses to be incredibly annoying, and having all three of them attacking you at the same time, all building Scarlet Rot, is just incredibly frustrating. So, with the three Crystallians, you have one with a staff casting all manner of spells, and these spells increase your Scarlet Rot meter considerably very quickly. Each attack that you get peppered with will increase the meter. Then you have one with a ring blade. That one's not too difficult to worry about. She mostly stays to herself, but she does throw tiny little ring blades, which are very hard to see. So just keep that in mind. The spear one is really like the gang leader of this whole trio. That's the one that's going to be patrolling the arena, keeping you off of the other two. So the general strategy that I employed throughout this encounter was to attempt to kite the spear boss to one end of the room and then rush the staff boss down. Since these are Crystallian enemies, they will not take damage until you crack their outer shell. With my weapon, it took 5 full hits on each boss to crack their shells. But once you have the shells cracked, then you can pretty much just zerg the boss and kill it very quickly. But you will need to keep the same strategy going, where you are kiting the spear boss out and then going in for the kill on the staff one. One thing I do want to mention is that I do employ preserving boluses in this fight, which are the pale red or pink berries that you can pick up. That will staunch the Scarlet Rot and drop it off. However, I do not know where the recipe to make these are. I only have whatever I've picked up in my adventures throughout Caelid. So if you don't have any, you've got to make sure you are being extra careful throughout this fight to make sure that you are either just managing the Scarlet Rot damage and healing up consistently throughout the fight, or doing your best to just completely not have it happen. But once you get rid of the caster, the rest of the fight basically becomes trivial. I did notice, however, that once the caster went down, the ring blade boss started becoming a lot more active. And I'm not sure if that's just because I started standing more closely to her, but that's just what I've noticed. And again, after 5 hits of my weapon, the boss gets stunned, and then you can go in for a riposte, and then the fight is basically over once this happens. When their outer shell is cracked, they basically lose all poise, so you can just go in on them until they drop, and then once they do, the fight is over. I will say, I came back to this boss after a while because I was getting so frustrated, and I felt like I needed higher damage faster, even though the weapon is quite slow. Once I started using a greatsword and the grafted blade greatsword, I had a much easier time whittling down their health, but this is a very annoying fight. If you're using a one-handed weapon, you may notice that your attacks are just bouncing off the bosses. If this is happening, two-hand your weapon, and then that won't happen. But that does sacrifice your shield, of course. So it's a pretty tough fight. You do get an interesting sorcery, so if you're a magic user, maybe this is worth it for you. But in any event, that's how you kill them. And that's it. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. I'll do my best to help you out. If you're looking for more guides for Elden Ring, please subscribe to the channel so you get alerted when new guides go live. If you're interested in supporting the channel monetarily, please consider becoming a channel member by clicking the blue join button below this video. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and join my Discord. The links for those are in the description below. As always, I'm SweetJohnnyCage. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.